station, Truth FM 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia.
On the Thursday morning, sometimes you just allow the theme song to just roll on and on. Pa-da-pum-pum. While you nod your head to the theme song. Good morning, folks. What a way to say good morning. It's Thursday. Sometime on Thursday become a holiday. It's a regular Thursday. We have to serve you breakfast to do what we know best on 96.1 megahertz on the FM band. Truth FM Deember. Good morning. Let's have some great time this morning on the TBS. The love of liberty matters, yeah. Let justice be done to all. Good morning, Montserrat. Good morning, Mangibi. Grand Bassa, good morning. Alofa County, good morning. Hey, the Lofa community in Grand Kidman County. I'd like to see a pleasant good morning along the Liberian Sierra Leone border. Good morning, Bond County, good morning. In Maryland, the home of Speaker Buffer Chambers, good morning. This is the TBS. My name is O'Neill. This is O'Neill Roberts. I feel so happy when Thursday hit, man. Yes, it's just like my weekend just started right now. Yes, because of Thursday, we off will not be here Friday. So, like when Thursday hits, I feel so excited. Good morning to all of our leaders. When you wake up, y'all do all your political things, but you don't tear this country apart. That's why I would say, if you see the U.S. data, God bless America, make the country great. Yes, the politics have gone too deep, but the country interests come first. That's why I would say Liberia first, Liberia last, Liberia second, Liberia third, in the midst of all the country first. Good morning to all peace-loving citizens of the Republic of Liberia. Proud to be a Liberian, yes. So don't tear the country apart in the midst of all country first. Let's have a great breakfast straight up to 10 o'clock. Yes, this morning. Good morning, Maka.
Good morning. Good morning, O'Neill, and to all of you following us this morning. It's great for us to be here again as usual to serve you breakfast. Yes, you said Thursday looks like a weekend.
Yeah, just a weekend. I feel excited about Thursday.
Yes, because maybe it is the last time you'll be waking up too early.
Yeah, tomorrow morning now, by the grace of God, I will not wake up. Yes, because you have to get up and do research.
Maybe you wake up at 9 tomorrow.
No. It's a normal habit. I'll wake up we got normally get up 2 a.m.
Okay.
To see when people do all the writing, you know. Sometimes I go and spy on Chabamu's ability page. Let me show you some of my secret, right? These are the key news makers, right? I go and see on Musa Ability Facebook page. Sometimes tap on. There are some who don't post. Sometimes tap on Prince Johnson, Senator Johnson Facebook to see what's happening. I go on to see on Mo Ali's page to see what's happening. You know, these are all news makers, but there are some of you who don't know the internet. Yeah, so if you don't do so, you'll be left behind with these trending happenings. I don't go on Senator Borchardt Assembly page. You don't know the internet like that. Yeah, so but there are others. You go and see what's happening. You know, just pass through.
Yeah. So how's the Japan freeway this morning?
The Japan freeway remains. No, like what I said yesterday, I gave her on Palm Besso Tiller. I don't know if I get the name correctly. Betra Tiller. Palm, I've given up. The Japan freeway. You want to see the Japan freeway. The date, today is day number 3, and we're raising this alarm. The PCC refused to take the dye from the street. They put right on the the crosswalk, the sidewalk of the road. When last night, by 7, 8 o'clock, because of solar panel light, right? The light turns on automatically. When the light comes, I see the dye. No, man. Still the same. Red light this morning.
It is frustrating.
And I passed through red light for day number 4 this morning.
Hey.
Yes. They are burning the dye right in red light. I said they say. The light the fire where people selling, they put fire in the dye.
That is hazardous. Yeah, you know, they will not understand, but it has serious health implications.
Yeah,
yes,
man.
Yes, it has serious health implications. But red light people, like you said the other day, red light is another republic.
The red light is a different era, yeah. But I'm not pushing too much for red light because
you know
the old age thing, but for the Japan freeway.
I don't know whether something can be done about red light, because even the pipeline road is totally destroyed, especially coming from red light going to around the Daniel Chia junction. I don't know whether you know that side very well.
I don't know Daniel Chia junction. I'm really not in, man.
Yeah, so going that way, the road is entirely damaged. You know, there where the sellers are, they put up all of the garbage, the dirt. Some are, you know, toxic, some have chemical contents. So you are eating up the asphalt, so or the quota. So at the end of the day, that entire place, and I don't know why I don't like to pass through red light. Red light is so.
No order. I don't want to say, but red light is so disorderly. No police has been respected. Yeah. I'm sorry to say this.
Red light is so disorderly.
I don't know whether that police help the guy.
That's my former hustle ground, but
okay. I mean, he's a racking red light.
It's not easy.
A professional police officer is not being respected in red light. It's very discouraging. I don't know whether there are police helpers in red light. Look, you don't see people talking to policemen in red light. Oh man.
Anyway. Yeah, a lot more need to be done, especially when it comes to this waste management issue. I think it is even one of the factors leading to, you know, the high prevalence of other different kinds of disease amongst our people, and we need to do something about it. You know, we take it a big joke, you know, but the implications are grave. Okay, the implications are grave. You go to red light. I say only one time I was passing through red light to go to Mount Barclay, and that day, I saw the MCC truck picking the part of garbage, the mounting. I don't want to say part, the mounting of garbage.
Okay.
That day, I got sick immediately right after passing through red light because you cannot stand the odor of the garbage. But only guess what? People were sitting around there eating.
People eating, people selling.
Yes, people were there. It looks normal to them.
Yeah.
It looks normal to them.
The fire, there's a huge heavy fire in the dirt right now.
But you think it's normal to you, guess what's happening? Okay. Guess what's happening? People, you and somebody talk today, before you look, they call you in the morning, or you just look on social media, you see RRP. And the next thing you will say, oh, that envy. They were saying in reading a friend and envy them, they poison or you are poisoning yourself. And you say you poison yourself on a daily basis. You sit in that kind of environment and eat. And you are there, even some baby moms are there breastfeeding children.
Right there. So my own disappointment with the PCC, even if people are challenged.
Don't say disappointment. Say frustration, because I think disappointment is say your own frustration.
If the PCC is challenged up to now, they still remain tight-lipped to this. It appears that the job is too heavy for them. The Painesville City Corporation, even the Painesville Park, the park is a disposal site now. Can you imagine this? Amen. Amen. Anyway, good morning to all of you listening up to the breakfast show this morning. Wake up with a sound mind for your country. We can be deported from here. When you wake up, don't think, forget about the normal politics, but don't tear the country apart. Yes, this is all more thing we shouldn't do as a country.
Exactly, we shouldn't do that. And again, I mean, change comes by the action of the people. Change comes by the action of the people. If we continue to put our garbage to the places we are putting it as people, once we say that a place will put it, even a police come and beat you, it's violation of your right. But still you go there and put it there. Because it is a mindset issue.
Is it real like that Chinese Republic?
We must change that mindset as a people. That's the only way government can help change anything. Other than that, It's not easy. It's not easy. But you and I were here when the former president Ellen tried by all costs to clear red light. It was not possible.
Let me say good morning to our big brother.
Patrick Sodu and the rest, they try. I think on 3 or 4 occasions, they still did not make it.
Let me say good morning to our big brother. We try bringing something like Bibra. Changing minds and changing attitude. Dr. Larry coming on Boblek. Yeah, good morning to you. I've been here Dr. Boblek for a while, very long time. That you still in country. You know, some point in time you took a position in the CDC government. Yeah.
He was an advisor?
Yes, advisor to the president.
Yes,
I've been here Dr. Boblek for a while. He came with this changing mind, changing attitude. That didn't work. Hey, da.
You know, sometimes when you
don't get back the microphone, we'll take it for you.
When you have a vision, when you have a vision and you put effort, you put resources, and then at the end of the day, your effort is not yielding anything. It weakens you.
The whole country
kills your vision.
Very well, Maka.
Yes.
The whole country should have accepted this changing minds, changing attitude. Most of us, in the majority, every one of us, when you travel, not even when you travel, you go to a beautiful, clean area. The first thing you do, you put your phone before you, right? You want to take the best of picture. The next thing, the WhatsApp day or the social, the Facebook, take it.
Where we'll see it.
Yes. Even in the elevator and all, you won't post from there.
Now, when you come to your house, you see the disadvantaged youth passing, you take the bag of garbage and give it to them.
And at the minute doing it there,
and you just carry straight to Somalia and Japan Freeway
and just drop it there. Yes.
And walk away.
Yes.
Can you imagine? And you have these CBEs, the community-based enterprises doing little garbage collection at tea. Contact the people, register with them, pay at least I think $200 a week
for the people
to pick your garbage.
Get clearance for MPCC, it can be easy. This waste management people, you can see what the small can get around. For the people that get clearance certificate.
Some even the people that have issue because the temporary disposal site should be something set up by the city corporation. So now the people collect it, they say nowhere. You see police academy when you are crossing to get on the SKD Boulevard. You see that right around the swamp area there where they will be putting the garbage, the dirt. I mean, that is bad. That place is a residential area.
Yes.
You know, but we move.
Good morning to outgoing government official, incoming government official. Men moving, men dropping. You are not born to be minister forever. You are not born to be director general forever. Men moving, men dropping. Those who will stay will stay. And, and those who will come on board working the interest for the country. Don't leave the office and say the director not yet to sign the document. Who know what the director said will come? He killing me. And there are some ministries and agencies, right? Maybe by Monday we'll start out. The bosses don't go to work. Yes.
Since the election ended?
Since the election have ended, there are some ministries, there are some autonomous agencies, the bosses don't go to work at all. But mind you, you'll still take your pay for December and that of January. You'll miss that one. Anyway, government continuity, Yes, probably you could be routine, so continue to go to work. Let's see what we have this morning.
Yes, so this morning, as usual, we will take the health tip with David Coty, and at 8:05, we bring the review of the local dailies so that we can bring you up to speed with what's happening in the print media, and you can grab copies of these papers and read details for yourself. Again, we will continue with our appeal to government institutions. Christmas is right around. Please pay the debts you owed the media institutions, the print, the electronics, and all of that. Please try to do that. We'll come to that in our studio chat this morning. Coming up at 15 to 8:30 this morning, we give you the opportunity to call in and participate on the show. 8:30 to 9. As the Sports Writers Association goes to election on Saturday. Wow. Just 3 days from today.
Yes. I'll be voting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I voted right.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, so we will have team, they call them the integrity team.
Integrity.
Yes, they call them the integrity team. That's the team headed by Vama Kamara, formerly of Truth FM.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, so Vama and team will be here this morning to talk about their chances, to talk about their vision for SWA. That's the short way for SWA. So, yes, and it will be interesting. We really want to hear from them.
Yeah.
Because the last administration we didn't see much. Yeah. And
I have voting right though.
And thank God the incumbent is now running. Yeah, the
Okay.
incumbent Kolubas is now running.
Okay.
So we will have
let me postpone politics into it. We need some.
But our politics already. You see,
yeah.
The thing of politics.
No, some men in the chat room say we shouldn't make it till like national election. No, we need some new faces as the sports writers.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
of course.
Before the LFA, when Liberia is playing Maka, we don't have to apply. We don't have to apply to LFA. Say we need tag for Lone Star game. The sports writers to take responsibility, right? Go and get all of the members tagged for full coverage. A lot of things happening here. Anyway, we'll go vote on Saturday and see.
Yeah, so
the integrated team, man.
Yeah, the integrated team headed by Vama Kamara will be here, and his running mate is Christopher Walker of Front Page Africa.
Yes.
And a lot, and our own Erin Dore is on our team. Naomi Tapia is on our team.
Naomi campaign to me. I'll vote for you. Naomi and Erin Bob Dolo, you are not campaign to me. I'll vote for you.
And one of our other colleagues from Mahagibbi County is also on that team. So yes, members of the team will be here this morning on the TBS for 30 minutes, and we'll talk more about their chances and what they are bringing on the table. Not at your other table there.
Okay.
The other table, that leadership table.
What they bringing on the sporting table?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, and at 9:05, we will bring you sports entertainment and commercials from our prime sponsor, Orange Liberia. Here this morning, 9:15 to 10 a.m. A team from the University of Liberia Testing Center will be here as the last segment guest to give us some updates from the university. So that's what we got for you.
Yeah, because the University of Liberia entry was postponed.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to push the guys on the University of Liberia. You need some ready appearance, man. Yes. Why? People are set to take the entrance, set for the entrance on Saturday. Okay. Yeah, but I think they push it up to next year, January. Okay. Yes, in the midst of all.
Country first.
Professor Anderson, good morning. Anderson, you don't understand the call you made last night. He said, well, how come I'm listening to Maka on the news, then he call you that he wants to talk to me? I say, that news in brief.
You are working and doing consultation at the same time.
He said, but how come now? The man is reading. I said, but that news in brief, you just pick up the call. Pick up the call fast. Yes, but honestly,
that was good. And it was great you picked the call because I mean, that was news that the public needed, and we would always try our very best to provide the public what they need to know. That is the department we are heading here, so we need to try and do our very best to serve the public. So
finally gave up.
Oh yes,
they really went against him.
Yes.
But he said he's having a press conference today.
Yeah, he said he will have a press conference because he want other media institutions. But for our audience, they already know.
Truth FM knows that.
we are ahead.
Yeah, we're ready. Anyway.
Yeah, so
maybe we're gonna do the press conference right here. What are you talking about, guy? Professor Anderson thinking about it. You know, these are good PRs.
Yeah. Yeah, so he said for the sake of the district, he cannot hold the district hostage. So he had earlier placed a call to the winner, Yogba, and I mean congratulated him.
District 12.
Yes, he let his complaint slide since due diligence have been done. But for District 2, Bishop Doyle is going to the Board of Commissioners.
Okay, District 2, Monserrado County.
Yes, it was the same ruling.
Look, I passed through District 2 yesterday.
Not much evidence.
The ruling?
Yeah, that's what the ruling said from the hearing
officer.
officer.
No final ruling? After being a final ruling?
So the hearing officer said that because there are 3 steps in the electoral dispute case issue. The hearing officer will rule. If you're not satisfied, you go to the Board of Commissioner. If the board rule and you are not satisfied, you can go to the Supreme Court. So Bishop Dorian said he's going to the second step, which is the Board of Commissioners.
If you're not satisfied,
then he'll go to the Supreme Court.
No news yet from Maryland District 2. Speaker Chambers.
We didn't get news from there, so I think maybe we can contact.
Yeah, we'll see that.
To know, but
initially we say you feel us in, man. Those hearing cases are next. We need to know.
Yeah.
Yes, this is the Breakfast Show 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. Let's have 3 minutes health table from David Ernest Cote, the nephew to the president-elect. Yes. Legitimate nephew. We're asking that question before you do that health tip.
David said all of the
Hey,
other relationships have been political relationships. David, you just that beat music made, so you confess.
Dave Cote, before your health tip, is your relationship with President-elect Joseph Boyka legitimate?
Excellent. I told you that all of the other relationships were political.
Oh,
Cousin George, yes. Cousin George is my cousin up to the 24th of January,
oh,
and that will be finished. Ellen was my aunt. That one I finished.
oh.
Taylor, my big brother, that one I still hold it,
Okay.
but he's all the way here. But
Okay.
this other uncle here is the real uncle. That one can't change.
Me and President Boyka, that the real uncle there, the family blood, family tree can break, it can bend, it can break.
They can't break. And even after his 12 years as president, the relationship was still staying.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Today is the importance of exercise. Now, what are the types of exercises? You have mental and physical. Mental can be playing cards, Scrabble, checkers, Ludo, and so on. And let me remind you, I'm the Ludo champion in my yard. No girl has beaten me in my yard before. No. On Saturday, there were about five there. I beat all of them. This coming Saturday, they're coming again. I will beat them. Now, today, our emphasis is on the physical one, the physical exercise. Now, how do you exercise? There's no particular way to exercise. Just do some physical thing and sweat. For example, you can walk, like I walk 30 minutes every day, right in my yard there. You can also jog if you want to. You can dance if you want to. I'm trying to get me now a new tape recorder that will take in these your children things and start playing some hot African music and do some dancing. Just make sure you dance. You can even do it right in your house. Just dance for these 30 minutes or 1 hour. Now, 1 hour of exercise is 3 hours added to your life. Remember that. 1 hour of exercise is 3 hours added to your life. Now, 30 minutes I do every day is 60 minutes added to my life. Now, what are the benefits? You can, when you do exercise, you improve your brain health. I have talked to you about the brain before. You know how important it is. It can improve your brain health. It can also manage your weight. This thing called obesity is one of the reasons why you have sexual disability, sexual problems. So you need to work on your weight. So exercise can help reduce your weight. It can also reduce your risk of having heart disease. It strengthens your bones and muscles. It also prevents type 2 diabetes. I talked to you before about diabetes. I'm going to come back to it because maybe some people who did not listen last time may listen for the second time. Exercise can also reduce your blood pressure. I know you want to clear your throat and get real small. This is the last one here. Remember this. Do not use your teeth as an opener. Those of you can just grab the beer bottle, open, suffering. Don't use your teeth as an opener. It is not good. This is what it does. When you use your teeth as an opener, the enamel on your teeth can wear down. That is the white part that you see on your teeth. It's called the enamel. It can wear down. All right. That can also lead to sensitivity. You know, when you start to scrape and tingle, you even taking cold water, that feeling, you start to feel some pain. It can also lead to the increase of, the risk of having cavities. You know what cavities are already. I told you about it. Cavity is when you have hole in your teeth. So when you use your teeth to open soft drink or beer or whatever, you will increase the risk of having cavity, which means hole in your teeth. And you know when rice cream drop in there, my friend, and gets rotten, you know what will happen. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Yes, working in time. Thank you so much, dear Ernest Cote, with our health tip this morning. So, right after, before we do the papers quickly, Maka, let's wish happy birthday to the political leader for the Alternative National Congress. It is not been in the comments.
Okay.
Yes, today is ABC birthday. We want to say happy birthday to you. It is not been in the comments. Yes,
Okay.
that's what we get ready for 2029.
Yes, happy
Yeah.
birthday
Yeah.
again. On behalf of the team here, we wish you all the best. Continue to be who you are and believe in what you believe. Yeah.
Thank you, for.
Mhm.
Anyway, enjoy your birthday. Let's bring in the review of the local dailies right here on the True Breakfast Show 96.1. What's making news from the print media this morning? Oh yes, welcome to the review of the local dailies right here. The song is taken from the motion picture Mohanan. It's a beautiful cartoon movies. Yeah, you don't want to miss out. Let's bring you the review of the local dailies. Who started with the Hot Pepper newspaper. What is on the Hot Pepper newspaper this morning? That's AML enhances employee well-being and community development of modern facilities. It's a story. Yeah, this talks about Asla Mental. Yeah, on the back page, should be the front of the Hot Pepper newspaper. Another story. Yeah, CDC Youth League plans protest for inauguration day. Hey, hey, I see. I watched the press conference on yesterday. Anyway, the Congress for Democratic Change Youth League plans protest for inauguration day. Why do you want to protest? After the president, George, we have accepted and congratulated Joseph Boyka. This is not good for our democracy. Well, it's on the Hot Pepper this morning, and impunity for corruption. It's a sub-lead story, and prosecute sanctioned government officials. Just cast call on the LACC. That ends the reviews of from the Hot Pepper this morning.
The next paper is the newspaper, the nation's news since 1989, the Thursday edition, December 7. The banner headline reads, DeLon provided misinformation as LACC hits back. You see the commissioners of the board there line up on the front page of the newspaper, and the sub-lead story that says 12 faces contempt. You see the face of Finance Minister Samuel Twe on the front page of the newspaper. HPX to acquire iron ore licenses in Liberia. If you get a copy for $40, you read details of these stories and you will know what HPX is. So let's go for the back page of the newspaper. Koji may not testify in murder trial as judge denies application. Yes, that's the trial ongoing with the former Chief Justice. NEC on campaign financing law wants political parties to lead enforcement. Another sub-lead story there on the back page of the newspaper. Forwarding US 30 million deal enacted. Wow. Okay. World Bank outgoing country director honored. That's on the back page of the newspaper. UNC's violence against women as horrific. It says that. So, and that does it for the review of the newspaper.
Let's go straight to front page Africa this morning. Yesterday reported there's a deep happening within the Liberian National Police. So on yesterday, 103, Deputy Inspector General of Police Prince B. Mobile has fired back at his superior. Deep is happening within the Liberian National Police. All right. So Deputy Inspector General of Police Prince Mobile has fired back at his superior, Inspector General Colonel Patrick Sudu, through a letter addressed to the Minister of Justice, Councillor Frank Musadin. The letter dated on December 5 highlights a deepening wrath within the Liberian National Police. I mean, I would not go, maybe we'll find time by Monday and go through this communication. But 103 have written the Ministry of Justice, highlighting a deepening wrath within the LMP leadership. What is happening? This should not be happening with our security sector. Yes, Prince Mobile, Patrick Sudu, I mean, both of them are on the front page Africa this morning. Grab a copy and read the rest of the story. Meanwhile, before Maka go to the New Republic, the hearing case between for Maryland County Senate race is on today, 1 o'clock. Dr. E. Wallow Topo and Senator Bubble Brown. That
Okay.
hearing case is today. Speaker Buffer Chambers hearing matter is also on today at 1 p.m. today. Yes, let's see what we have
Yes, so
next.
yes, on the front page of the New Republic newspaper, a banner headline there: continuation of impunity with question mark. Continuation of impunity with question mark as PYJ ability reject war crimes court. You see the photographs of District 7 Representative elect Musa Ability as well as Nimba Senator Prince Johnson on the front page of the New Republic newspaper. This one says LACC clarifies asset declaration issue.
Mm.
Yeah, you see Councillor Alexandra Zoe on the front page of the New Republic newspaper. And other stories on the front page: House ratifies integrated fisheries sector strengthening project financing agreement. CSO Council demands impartial investigation in Joshua Solomon's death. That's on the front page of the New Republic newspaper. Certificate: our senator elect for proper representation concern Lofians urge National Elections Commission. There's an issue there with Moses Colley,
Okay.
Kennedy Moses Colley filing a complaint about irregularities, and NEC declare Momo Saras as
the winner.
So
Okay.
yeah, so Lofians are getting tired with the hauling and pulling.
Is that matter
and
before
they-
the legal session for the hearing as well?
Yes, I think so. So
Okay.
the Lofians are saying that they should certificate their senator to have proper representation. Lofians,
Yeah.
They-
From Banana
they came on senator elect issue. Yeah,
so Momo Sarah is not that clear yet.
Yes,
Anyway.
so far, except for the front page of the hard paper where
Okay, yes, yeah. That's
to make
it.
Fernandikova Speaker of 50th legislature for the two lawmakers Paris declaration was Paris, they get Paris
Why
in
you got
abroad.
Paris? Where go Paris declaration?
That's what we
When you print, no.
Is that a restaurant in Cinco that they call Paris?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I see people line up there on the front page of the Hard Paper newspaper.
The battle for the speakership.
Is it a San Paris?
The Paris declaration. I can't you have been part of the signing there because he did a Paris wedding. Anyway, let's have our last stop this morning. This has to do with the Heritage newspaper. What's making news this morning from Mohammed Kennedy Heritage newspaper? The front page: repayment of loans is not negotiable. Model talks tough, right? It's been captured on the front page of the Heritage newspaper. I'm seeing former Auditor General John Molu in a smiling mood on the front page of the Heritage grapple cap and read the rest of the story this morning. Heritage buys torn, set record straight on claims against EPF boss. Heritage, what do you say about EPF boss? The boss say you're not part of the signing. Yeah. The minister said they want more in a labyrinth tone. Yes, I've got a couple of messages, which of course I will keep them not going to the public. EPS security guys, they are still asking for that just air morning. Yes, so this is not going to die down like that. Anyway, we'll find another time for this, but that's in the review of the Heritage newspaper right here on the TBS 96.1, the Heart and Soul. When you see some headlines here, you don't buy the people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Yeah, so it's 17 already. This morning we just want to call on. Yes, we just want to call on the government institution. Not much on our decks. We'll have to talk to your leader segment. Please pay media institution. The year is almost ending. Today is the 7th of December. The media in general, the print and electronic media have provided, they have served you well. Some of you have radio jingles, you have public service announcements on radio, in the newspapers, and the bills just going up to up. Some of you will be routine, and the others you will say goodbye. So we don't want to be pushed. They will start calling this institution that, the media, the guys from the print media don't relent. I mean, when we're getting close to the Christmas season, you just see the whole institution. For example, now let you one ministry. The ministry I love owing people too much. The ministry of information. Mika pa, when Mika said announcement and team morning can be behind. For Mika, that the ministry of education. Education ministry can one debt. Look, we push to the wall saying this. One debt the ministry of education owes, they're teaching vibe radio thing.
Yes, exactly. I was just about to say it.
Teaching vibe radio it up our time. The children in the classroom, some of them don't pick up easily. To say, okay, let them learn through the radio.
Yes, that was the time we had
The
a
COVID.
lockdown.
Yes, the teaching vibe radio, the Ministry of Education. At some point in time now, all of the media institution will just call a general meeting and say, look, answer sworn before you say goodbye, because you're not going to be retained. You have to pay all debts, and there are a lot of ministries. You owe media institution. Don't you know that? Do you know who pay taxes to government? Yes. If any institution want to pay through our business office here, they'll have to ask for our tax clearance. Your business registration and your tax clearance. Guess what? We pay them through the Liberia Revenue Authority. If a UN program, even National Elections Commission wants us to carry on advertisement, if Election Commission is going to pay us, they're not going to pay our physical cash. They're going to ask for our business registration and our tax clearance. You think we walk to LRA and just get it free? You pay. Give to Caesar what belongs to. Look, the year is coming to our end. By next week, we'll be calling some of you institutions. Some of you will say goodbye. Pay the media institution, man.
Yes, exactly. So we open the lines.
Yeah, let's get the lines activated. Speak to your leaders this morning.
0770-202-579.
0770-153-265.
Okay, let me take the first one.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning, Maka Davis. Let me say good morning to Deember with you. This is the boss of Eric Sachelo, and I'm phoning from District 3, Montserrat County this morning.
Go ahead.
Let me say thank you. Let me say thank you for the talking points this morning. I want to speak to the civil society group that's talking about calling for Senator-elect Litwawi and Nathaniel Magdalena to be certificated. You see, President-elect Ambassador Maka promised in Liberia where justice will now see a particular group of people or class, but instead justice will be dispensed to all Liberians. This is what he promised us.
Wait, point of correction. In what we carried in the news, the group named all those that are sanctioned. They did not name two specific persons. They named even Senator Johnson. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So if that's the case, this is why we want to see happening in our country, because we don't want justice to be partial. If Senator-elect, the Piltory and Maggie will not be certificated, then Johnson also should not be certificated, because you're coming a whole lot of justice in our country.
Anyway, in my little man understanding, I don't think there's any charges against these people, or they have not been convicted by any court in the country for which they should hold their certification. In my little man knowledge. So let's move. Okay. All right. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, sir. How are you? And Maka.
Go ahead.
My name is Emmanuel Kuko, and I've been joined from Kuko this morning. I want to say thank you very much. Good morning for the effort. I want to say thank you to you guys. This work is special. When it comes to journalism in Liberia, I will create for you 100%.
Thank you.
You are not a partisan journalist in Liberia. Well, my time, my attention is to send you this morning, and I want you to take it this morning as people are waiting. That big people to go to Johnson Library and you to put their banner on. That people is not weather. When the guys did it for when they were putting their banner up, that thing down with the children, and they almost down there, people were crying for them. The king took and put it back up. I believe it's back that oil.
Is it the one around Suta? Okay, yeah. Yeah.
I beg you, I want you to remove your camera that is money and look at we regret the situation. Because I think it's always crowded and people always there because that's crossing there. Then people take it down on whether it's for peace.
Okay.
This morning.
Okay, thank you for your participation on the show. 0770202579. This is the Truth Breakfast Show here on Truth 96.1 FM. Let me take this caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Maka.
Good morning.
Yeah, my own is what the sorry, that's a movement of stability and leadership.
Okay.
First, let me say thank you for the learning. I think for the level of training, a level of talk, a level of discussion on your show. We are calling on the middle party lawmaker to join stability for the speakership. Our monitoring last night, where you see the CC guy are saying that they have the number. So our point is to join stability to see how best we can get the speakership that we have equivalent seriously as a legislature. So we don't want to serve our people. And the issue of the work campus issue is a very critical thing that's going to happen because for people to do things and go start free, they will not be necessary. So the issue about the war and economic transport is very important for us to look at it. Thank you very much.
Okay. To this one, good morning.
Good morning to you, Maka, and good morning to O'Neill and Crab.
Good morning.
Yeah, I'm Philip Kinsamu Tatoni, and my GD screen number 1 resident.
Okay.
O'Neill, I mean, appreciate you guys for the level of discussion that you're going to discuss. I believe in your children, and I believe in the children from the Maka, the thing for the correction you made to the first gentleman about those that should be investigated. But let me agree with Mr. John Colley, probably not for the first time, but it's rare, and that the PEL need to come together. The PEL actually need to come together since the election, and there's nobody want to give in. Everybody claim everybody claiming legitimacy. I think the PEL didn't come over after the election on how journalists were treated or their view about the election. Nothing. The PEL is becoming dogma. So I don't know any name of the PEL is in your tag now who have that moral to really speak on such issues. So I think it's about putting your ego away right now. It's about saving the institution, like you said. The Bible story is Solomon in judgment, asking that two lady about what should happen to the child. The other lady said that, and the other person said that no, don't kill it, let you take care. I think this time around, it's not about the court action. It's about the interest of all the PEL. One person to give and one person to give a little bit to them. It will be Julius to give it will be the next person that give the PEL cannot be a reputable institution that should checkmate government or that should put government feet to fire on human rights issue and all issues. And the PEL is there dormant and not doing anything. So I think and you guys that in the media, you got to talk to your police. The PEL come out together and become one body. Thank you the morning for the opportunity.
Thank you so much for joining. Good morning.
Good morning, Maka, and good morning with you.
Good morning.
My phone is this screen about the conversation like this morning.
Mm-hmm.
But Maka, let me quickly speak to outgoing representative and retired General Akaras Moses and the CDC youth league this morning.
Mm-hmm.
This morning, we must ensure these people must know that the peace provider needs to be thoroughly protected. It is very urgent. President-elect Joseph Walker has not taken office, so I don't see the reason they are going on the street to protest for inauguration day where we'll be expecting high-profile delegation from other countries into our nation. When they are protesting, they should be cautious of how they are protesting because these are international delegates that will be coming to the country, and these people need, safety needs to be protected by the national security. So any outcome from there, nobody should say that this government do this and that government do that because it will be their own security, the CDC police that will be after that thing. Because Joseph Boga will be going on to go in and get sworn into office. He will not be the president at that time on inauguration day. He will still be the president-elect until he takes the oath of office. So they should protect our peace and protect our nation. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And to the caller before this caller, I want to join you to appreciate veteran John Colley for his call about issues in the press union of Liberia. I think it is very important. He spoke like an elder, and I think, like he said, he has been having consultation and tete-a-tete with two of the contending parties. We believe that they should listen to these veterans, proffering their own suggestions and recommendations to resolve the issues in the press union of Liberia. The union cannot be like this forever. I mean, it is sad. Like even the caller mentioned, there were other people around the world who wanted to listen to the press union report on the electoral process. Observers, observation missions were giving their reports. What they observed, what were things that happened throughout the election, what happened to journalists, reporters. The press union needed to have given a clear report of their own observation, but again, because of the division in the union, based on the leadership crisis, we could not see some of these things. So I think John Collins' call is very necessary, and we're calling our two brothers, Julius Canova and Daniel Nyakolan, to listen to the veterans' suggestions and recommendations on this leadership crisis.
We are into a leadership at the press union, like, bro. Because the two people go to the Supreme Court as well. Say, but it's not good for the union. Imagine us going into a general election in this country and the press union to have a major issue. That was not something easy. So the sports writer team will be a little bit 5 to 6 minutes, a little bit late this morning.
Okay.
But now we're standing. Let's get more calls until Mama and team, integrated team arrives.
Let's take this one. The integrity, integrity for time.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning, Maka David. My full name, my brother. Let me say good morning to Onu Rubber.
Okay.
In attention to my half name, my brother, Oscar Tomo Mora.
Oh, but Oscar, yeah. Go ahead, my man.
Yeah, no problem. Listening. Only one. My name is Moses Tuansoya. I'm calling you from 12 houses here. Maka, you guys raised a point this morning that I've been worried to. They realize and they that issue. Institutions that are responsible like the Enfield. We talk about malaria, typhoid. These breeding points, mosquito breeding points are dead. And Maka, I can tell you to the government, if you give me Pinsville, I tell you nothing there, I will clear red light and red light will be clean.
Like the position you want now, you want me mayor?
No, not that I hope you.
But you said we should get you Pinsville. What?
Clean red light.
Okay, you want a contract?
Yeah.
But what means? You have logistics?
And I mean, it was just something that I could not afford.
They say you want a contract.
Okay. Go for your contract. Good
You
morning.
want a contract? I get a medical contract for how many days?
90 days.
Okay.
Go ahead, Chief.
Let me say good morning to my house member on the O'Neill over Robert.
Yeah.
I do join the conversation on this number 3. Firstly, let me speak to the issue of the Pinsville City Corporation. I think that the Portland Road that Maka Davis stressed this morning is one of the entrance points into this number 3, which of course is very deplorable. The Pinsville City Corporation is not a white-collar job that Madam Palm Bishop Taylor will wear a white coat suit and walk throughout the street. Currently,
Well, lay low haircut.
somebody who will be able to clean our cities.
Stop it.
Our inhabitants are dying on a daily basis from curable disease. And now we are seeing the entire them Florida with died. The entire Pinsville, the part where children should commute to have some stress-free of time is entirely dirty. So we are urging the incoming administration to put some Pinsville, who is very workaholic, who understands the issue of cleaning the city of Pinsville. And to another issue of which Dr. Lauren Bobler brought up a changing mind and changing attitude. I think we have the citizens ourselves, our brand, our key issues of our city not being clean, because we look at those guys who got this advantage, you giving a guy carrying them on the street is one of the major reasons that they're in our street. So the LCC report, I think that it's important that the LCC can publish the asset declaration on their page instead of them coming out to say that they don't lie, because some of us have been on their pages and we haven't anything like declaration. So we will go off as a constitution that is on statement
until they can publish.
Okay.
No,
better.
McLean?
The line.
Your line is bad. We are getting feedback. No, you can't.
Not good for.
Good morning.
Good morning, Maka.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, good morning. I'm Beto. I'm calling from Beto Island. Nothing this morning. I want you guys stressing relating to the city corporation, the safeness of our city. Maka, you know, the city corporation is responsible for the safeness of the city. Allowing people to by fighting on the streets. Look, teaching. Look at the Ghana Zero. Look at the Japan Freeway. You can see no beauty from the red level going all the way through. No beauty you will see because of low necessary structures. You will not see any beauty. The other guy, the other fellow said you gave him maybe one day you will take.
He said nothing days.
Nothing
days.
Nothing days.
Not everything you use machine, even your mouth, your action. Your action is going to clean city.
Okay.
Look at Ghana this morning. Come see Ghana.
Say Japan Freeway.
This morning.
Okay. Yeah.
Good morning, Maka.
Good morning.
Cool.
Let me say good morning to Ferrer O'Neill. The name is William Covey, and I joined this conversation from District City, Secretary General, United Party, National Motorcycle Confederation. Let me appreciate you so much. You know, I listened to the news when I heard the youth league chair from the ambitious, on the inauguration day where we had signatory coming in. The country image that they have scored over the 10 years, where the Nigerian people have resolved to bring in good governance to redeem our country image out there. They still want to destroy it where we will have signatory coming in on that day. Is the day that they want to protect. What protection do you have? Because the issue of protest is that some things may have hurt you before you go to express it. So if anything may have hurt you, why can't you express it now? We say have the state government. Well, so the people know that we say have government up to 2024, January 22nd. Government is saying that you can now gather your forces to go and protest and express your grievances, whatever things you want to express. The government can say hello. Or you wait after the inauguration, you can express that, but it will not be on that thing. The people will be out to go and celebrate their inauguration, and we will be there to protect our government. Thank you very much.
Okay. Yeah. So before we pick up any other calls, Fama is like 5 minutes behind time already. Any issue of protest for the inauguration day?
Now?
No, not yet. Anything about protests, we don't want to back this. I mean, this is not good for our country. Liberia have proven to the world that yes, our democracy now is mature. George, we have accepted, considered to the Unity Party. So what are you protesting for? What we should be calling for now, there are some ministries, there are some autonomous agencies still holding civil servants. There are some ministries still owing 2-3 months. Maybe we need to start to help and announce this ministry and say, look, you still owing your people. New government about to take over. Though government is continuity. When Joseph Boga can meet, file a sales bond for any ministry, you still have to pay. But when you think about protests, what are you protesting for? This is not timely, man.
Again,
it's not timely.
You know, sometimes when I think about some of the statements and actions of people, I still wonder what kind of people we are, as Liberians. Because guess what? Look, the CDC is still the government. The CDC is still the government, or still leading the government of the Republic of Liberia. So how can you who are in power say that I mean, your party is still in power, and you say
You protest
on
on
so who
inauguration
are you
day.
protesting against?
Why? Hey man, you should stop the kind of thing, man.
So you are still your government is still in power, your administration is still in charge of the country. So if there are any negative things, they have the power now to address them.
Yeah, man.
Not the government elect, not at all.
Protest for what?
Not at all. The government, the United Party will take over the government of the country when the president-elect shall have taken the oath of office.
The inauguration is the 22nd, right? Save this. On November 29, on January 29, the first list of nominees will be released after Joseph Boyka be inaugurated on January 22nd. On the 29th, the first listing will be out. That's why the men taking full charge now. So the issue of protest, we want to beg you, man, you stop this thing.
For me,
stop it.
It is just not making sense to me because
no, man.
It is not just making sense to
me. Protest for
all.
what? What you want to protest
what
for?
You want to protest about?
Stop that thing, man.
Your party is still in leadership of the country. So if there are anything that's supposed to be resolved, the ministers, some of the key ministers are seditious. Your party secretary general is the city mayor. I mean, you're still in charge of the government. So if there are things to be resolved, why you can't do it now?
CDC had it
when you still have power.
They had it all back how to win this election.
I think some of them are just lacking the understanding that I mean, after election doesn't mean that the government has ended.
No.
So just get to know that the CDC administration has not ended until the new administration is inaugurated. So you still in power. Get it at the back of your mind that the CDC is still the governing party.
David, what you say?
There's something called displaced anger. When your wife makes you vex, or your husband makes you vex, when you go to work, you vex with everybody in the office.
Or you take a vestation from the office, you carry to the house.
Yeah, vestation from the. There's two ways. Either when your woman may vest at home, you bring it in the working place. Your office is a second home. Or when you vest from the office, you carry home.
Yeah, like you people are ready. Like one of your last colleges, one of your colleges mentioned. This government is still in power. If there's anything about war crimes court, protest now. Don't make people think that you are angry because you are out. This is what it looks like. No. Some of these people, our friends, will have to advise them. We're not going to advise them because anybody is afraid. Nothing will happen in this country. That inauguration will go on smoothly. Protest is a very good thing. But when you start talking about protesting on the inauguration day, then you are telling people you are angry that you are out.
Some of you.
This whole thing about government is your time come, you come in, your time finish, go sit down.
Get some of the men campaign money to sleep in hotel.
And
I know campaign.
I know that
y'all do how they resort.
I know that because protesting on inauguration day poses threat to the security of the state. The Ministry of Justice will not give anybody permit to protest on inauguration day.
No, that will not happen. But when we talk about it, people may think that people are afraid. No. We have seen protests in this country 1,000 times. So nobody going to threaten anybody here. But the point is, when you say you're going to protest on the inauguration day, when you cannot do it now while this government is still in power, you are simply telling the world that you are angry because you are out. Stop it. Government is for everybody. Your time can't get there. Your time finish, go sit down. Oh, no, go sit down. This is not something like an entitlement that you must have forever. No. Protest on inauguration day. What's the sense in that? Come on, man. Look, I'm driving, man. Look, like as you're talking, I'm right here on the Ghana State Highway. Almost around the MBTC area. Can't see the date. Yes, so you should be protesting against
and government stay in charge, right?
Government,
yeah.
Our government, I can't say your government.
Okay.
Our government, the CDC government is still in charge. That's in the street.
You know, the people, some of the action can make our other countries around us to feel that, like, when people, I know they want for people to tell we are not educated or how to, I don't know.
Protest against the date. Look at the sidewalk here. The new street that the Japanese gave us. Come and see the sidewalk. Please protest against the date. Yes. Protest against the date in Morovia. Protest against the date right here in Phoenix. I'm looking at the date now as I'm driving.
Now, Flipper told that. Look, Labrador was supposed to be disturbed. It was just before the election because a lot of people predicted violence. Look, this is not timely. the youth league, you guys should re-strategize. Bulk of you by now, you should have earned, what we call degrees when the government took over. You saw what Amara did? We can torso. Amara said the first 20 person, whether from the war room, what kind of room, they're going to earn, going to do their masters. I'll see. You protesting for what? We got to move on, though. And some of the things I blame some of the media institution. When you give coverage to these things, you make it wow. Because one fix the country. One protest came from the University of Liberia, the Vanguard Student Unification. Remember when they came up with that fix the country thing? The folks in the CDC stood on the ground and said there will be no protests. And we saw how bloody, how clashing it was.
A group headed by Ben Toba called the CDC COP.
Yes. They resisted that.
Protested.
They resisted. Today, Abraham Swasulu is still like living half, off and on. This is not timely for our country. Let's move forward, man. Look, all will not be Rosa and Joseph Buck. Why can't you wait? Maybe when the government start making some major errors and things, then when you tell Liberian people, say we'll protest. But right now,
anything you protest about right now, you are protesting against George Weah administration.
Yeah, against your own
that's why you should know. Anything you protest about now, you are protesting against the George Weah administration. Joseph Buck is not in charge now.
You stay in charge.
Not yet. You are still in charge. So you want to protest against yourself?
Protest. Says yes. Some of you are unseen. Nobody's look. Those of you who are joining the protest, let me say, no. You know that
I really want to see.
Look, those of you who are appointed as director there in the CDC government for the 6 years, you should join the street of protest because some of you abandoned most editions.
Yeah. That's the assistant minister and deputy ministers.
Go protest.
The minister proper, director general. Let them go protest.
Let them go protest. If you're ordinary sedition, if you love yourself, some of these guys you never seen them around. After the God in power, George Weah said, "Yeah, let's make our common people then assistant ministers, and things like that." You disappear from the people. You have no connection. Then you say protest. Who will join you? Let's stop the team, man. Let's move on to the integrity team.
Yeah. The stand-up barrier.
Yeah,
the stand-up barrier.
Yeah.
They think
nobody get in the street though.
They think ABC then JMB then what do you think a small thing?
Up to now,
negotiation, meeting upon meeting.
Maka, this integrity team, nobody have campaigned to me.
So your vote is still kept. Vote is still reserved.
In a half of black of indisposed writer. Yes. Now, huge constitution and listen to me.
So they're supposed to consult you as stakeholder.
I said, gentlemen, let's vote that day. The other side been working with LFA with Tile. Let's vote that day. Vaman is one of the candidates. He's vying for the presidency in the upcoming Sports Writer Association. A very good guy who I've been knowing for a couple of years, professional in fact, and now he wants to be the next president of the Sports Writer Association. Vaman, good morning. Welcome to the TBS.
Good morning, Onu and Maka. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Wait, no, there is no small election, Maka. So the thing now have never reduced.
Yeah, actually I've traveled with, it's a process and we need to win, so we have to do all we can to ensure that we become victorious. So we're very much happy that we are here to share our platform and our channel with the sports writers as well.
That is great. So just in joke, if all of you who go into the gym, jogging every morning, if you want to lose weight, just join politics and run campaign.
I think you should join politics because like somebody told me, there's no small election. So yes, it's always hectic and very cost intensive. So gradually you'll lose weight if you are kind of suffering from obesity or what have you.
Okay, Farmer. Okay, it's great. The incumbent is not running. You have another candidate. Well, the first question to you, Farmer, what are you bringing on the table? You have been in the corridor of sports reporting and even some leadership role you have played over the time. You run in an election before with the same institution. Let's hear your vision for SWA.
So basically, we have been able to build our vision around 4 pillars, and I'm happy that you asked this question. I'm the current vice president of the Sports Writers Association, and I clearly understand the the different challenges we are faced with, the issues that confronting the sporting sector. So we have been able to draft and develop our own agenda and vision around four cardinal pillars. And one of them is the issue of capacity building. You realize that in the sporting sector, there's a need to be able to train some of our colleagues to be able to bring them up to international standard. As you may be aware, the last award ceremony the Liberal Football Association held, they did not give out any award to a sports journalist. According to the committee, they said that no sports journalist met the criteria. So you understand that there's a need to train our media colleagues, especially in the
That's part of the courage the sports writers always say, no one.
yes, that was a slap in our faces, but again, it tells us that we should be able to develop to a level where we'll be able to win more awards as well, even outside of Liberia. So we want to be able to train them in investigative reporting. We want to be able to train them in different aspects. We have about 22 disciplines in Liberia. We should not just be focusing on football. Today, when you say sports reporting, people just think you are a football reporter. So we have to be able to train these young people in a different disciplines. So another thing we also want to look at is the financial independence. If you look at SWA, most times, even for our leadership, at times, if not the FA, we rely on handouts from people. So we need to be able to gravitate to a level where we'll be able to write, grants, write for grants, be able to apply for funding, and also develop ideas and partnership that will be able to, give us some finances to be able to run our program. So we want to be able to boost, our financial capability as well. And another thing is independence in general. SWA today, we have not been able to stand out. And most often, for typical example, the Basketball Federation has been a loggerhead with different stakeholders for quite a while now. Over 3 years, they've been having that halubalu. So there's a need for SWA to be able to mitigate, sometimes as a neutral body, to speak on some national issues. We have had a counter meet where people go and complain about different things, finances, issue of lodging and all these different aspects. And you don't have that body that will be able to develop a kind of report to be able to speak on some of those issues so that those stakeholders can be informed and they can be able to make a difference in the future. So we have to get that independence. If something is wrong in the sporting sector, we're able to engage our partners, speak about it, and be able to develop the sporting sector, because that's the only way. If we're not speaking about the ills in the sporting sector, it will be very difficult for sports to develop in Liberia as well. So we want that independence as a body, and also want to decentralize and our activities as an organization. When you say SWA, it's just Monserrado. We started off as part of the current leadership. We went in 3 different counties. We went in Basso. We had a training in Basso. We had another training in Magibi, and then we also went to Deember as well. So we want to see how best we can decentralize our activities throughout the 15 counties of Liberia. So we want to see that you can get a sport reporter from in Maryland, and he's up to standard as the ones in Monrovia or Monserrado as well. So we want to be able to decentralize our activities where we can go Lofa. I hear from Lofa. We need to train people in Lofa as well in sports reporting. We need to attract people to sports reporting in different counties, in Sino, in the different counties of Liberia. So we want to decentralize. That's the reason why we are asking our colleagues to give us the mandate so that we can build on what we have started currently, and see how best we can take our organization to another level.
Okay, that is great. But you are going to be doing this with a team. Let's look at the makeup of your team.
So if you look at our team, we have a very vibrant team, and I'm leading a team, and then we'll have Christopher Walker, an award-winning journalist from Front Page Africa. He has been doing very well and still doing. He's one of the very critical sports journalists right now in Liberia, and he has won the PBL award twice. So he's very much good to be a part of the team. He's running on my ticket as the vice president on the integrated team. as the vice president. We all know Edwin Dolo. Edwin Dolo is one of the very, very best. He's a loyalist, he's humble, he's hardworking. If we talk about SWA being very effective right now, especially the secretariat, we owe it to Edwin Dolo. So he's a member of the team running as the Secretary General. And as we told you earlier that we want to decentralize, we have our Assistant Secretary General coming from Mangibi County, Jerome Willie. So he's also a sports journalist. And then we have Naomi Tapia representing a female on our ticket. And we want to ensure that we can attract more females to reporting sports. So we have Naomi Tapia as the financial secretary, and then we'll have Yusuf Sharif, a very young man, enterprising, and he's going to be running on our ticket as a champion. So if you look at our ticket, is more inclusive.
So why you call it team integrity? I mean, the integrity team. Maka was just telling me, I was saying Team Vama, and said no, this is the integrity team. Yeah.
I think it's just about records. If you look at us, I've been in sports reporting for a while now, and most of these people on our ticket, the integrity team, you can do a background check. There's not a day. Most time in the media, it's very easy for you to say, "Oh, Vama took away this from me," or "Vama is this," but you can go and challenge anybody to come out. You can go and check, cross-check any of us on the team. If you realize anything will come out, we'll obviously back up from this entire race. So we'll have that record, we'll have that integrity, and that is what we want to take to the leadership of SWA, so that people can know that SWA is a viable institution and not just any kind of institution.
Vama, let's look at your chances in winning this election. I mean, there are a lot of criticism why people took the election way to Walker's farm in Carisburg. I mean, let's look at the integrity chances, the team chances of winning the election.
I think we are going to win. We have been able to do all of our different calculation and our engagements. From our opinion polls, you realize that we are the favorite, and you can even try that on the radio right now. And sincerely speaking, because of what we have done over the years, is exactly what is paying off now. And people are voluntarily coming up to say, I endorse your ticket. I endorse this team because I believe in you. And even in our chat room, when you are there, you doing sports, or you did sports before, you realize that we are getting.
I have voting rights.
Yes.
I have a blog with Inswa.
Of course. and as we speak right now, we have the first time voters of the sports writers waiting outside to endorse me officially as their candidate for this election. So we are saying we're going to win this, and we're putting all of the different strategies and putting our hands on deck to ensure that we win it. We are not complacent. We know we are the favorite, but we are still engaging the veterans, the young people, all those in sports reporting, to see this as an opportunity that they want to see our institution at another level.
Varman, if you are given the opportunity, how do you intend to work with the LFA and other federations, and also to avoid being controlled, influenced, or manipulated? I heard you talk about some level of independence that SWA needs.
Yeah. So basically, upon winning this, the first thing we want to do is that we want to have meeting with the different sporting federations to share our agenda with them, and also acknowledge them that we are partners and we can work together for the development of sports in Liberia. We already have a partnership on the deck of the Liberia Football Association, and we want to see how best we can sign that MOU to have a very firm partnership in terms of independence. I have been in sports reporting for a while, and it would interest you to know that I have always stood my ground, regardless of who's.
So let me just say it the way I want to say it. So there are reports that most of the time the SWA leadership is, remote control by the LFA leadership.
Yes. That's the perception, but sincerely speaking, what we need to do as a leadership, especially when we get there, is to build that independence, in a sense that, to speak of the ills, most times when these things come up and SWA is not coming out, and because of maybe our relationship with them, so people think that we are not aggressive enough, or we are not independent. But most time we do that under the current leadership of Kolobas, is that we do the diplomatic posture to engage them and from the background. So if we come out just publicly, sometimes we want to resolve it in the background before we can come out. But just in the case of a situation where we need to come out, obviously we want to come out and tell them and express our disagreement in certain things. So we're not going to sit there and just allow the public or maybe our members to think that we are bedding with the Liberal Football Association or any other federation. So if we work in the background, which is very key and very good for leadership, if we work in the background, it's not working, we're obviously going to come out to say, hey, FA, you did this, and we have been talking to you for a while now, and you have not been able to address it. So we have to come out and speak against it. So we're not going to reconcile anything or maybe try to compromise anything during our leadership.
What kind of campaign are you running? Are you running a campaign of or that will leave bitter taste, will I say leave division even after the election? What kind of campaign are you running? What kind of leader will you be if you are elected?
Well, I think I'm very cool-headed, and most times people, in fact, the opponents will come at me if you go in our chat room, our debates. Yesterday we were on Intel Sports, and most times I don't reply because I don't want to create a kind of tension or maybe create a scene. So we are all one. Obviously, we'll go to these elections, and right after we'll have to work together. So I have been very civil and very engaging. So I'm just cool-headed, and the objective is to ensure that SWA becomes better, and that's what we want to achieve. So whosoever is coming at us, we just treat them. There are other people at the end of the divide. We reach out to them, and they have told us squarely that they will not support us, but we are still engaging them. We could have just stay away from them, maybe try to malign them, or maybe send people after them to attack them or so. But we have been talking with them, engaging them that this is not about Vama, this is not about Edwin Tudor or Christopher Walker. This is about SWA. So pay more attention to building SWA instead of just looking at individuals. So it's going to be a very inclusive leadership. And even if we win, we're going to call on board our opponents, to ensure that we work together as a team to develop SWA. They have their own smart ideas, but we are better. So give us the chance and we'll bring them on board to work together.
Vama, we know a lot of elections from different organizations, including even the Mother Union, the Press Union of Liberia. Most of them have ended in court, sometimes based on lack of confidence or trust in the body conducting the elections. Tell the public, what is your level of confidence in the committee that's going to be conducting these elections?
Well, Milton Yogo, who is the chair, is a very credible young man. I have been working with him for quite a while now, so I trust his abilities to conduct these processes very well, and I do believe we have had several other conversations around this, and he has assured us, and I do believe that this is now going to end in another court saga. And I'm sure that this process is going to be very transparent. It's going to be very smooth, and we ensure that the next leadership, there's very smooth transition so that they can take over. And SWA has a history of always, around elections, there's always confusion and a lot of different issues that come up right after elections. So we want to ensure, and we have been talking to him and alerting him on some of the very sensitive issues that have come up, and he's working around them to ensure that we'll have a very credible process.
Well, as you go to the election, I think in a couple of days, what do you want to tell the electorates?
Well, I think this is the alternative, and we are obviously the best to deliver SWA, and they should look our way and let them not be cajoled into making decisions against their own will, because
they're running campaign with money too, because they say money can change the voters' mind.
I think these are journalists, they are credible people, and they are very independent. So they're going to make the wisest of decisions, and we trust their abilities to do that. So we just engage in them and sharing our platform with them, and they're going to, decide and choose between the two. So we trust them, and we encouraging them again that, let them vote wisely and let them vote the integrity team. The name tells it all. We are capable of delivering SWA. We are capable of taking SWA at the international level, and also ensuring that sports journalists from here can also win international awards. SUA, since its foundation, has now been able to launch its own award. These are things we want to bring to be able to, appreciate, promote our colleagues. So let them look our way for the betterment of SWA.
Well, we'll take a couple of calls, but are you receiving support from anywhere?
In terms of finance?
Well, in terms of finance, for any favor in the future, are you receiving support from anywhere?
Well, we have been able to get the blessings of the veterans, and in terms of finance, we're still reaching out to a lot of different stakeholders and hoping that
some of them have interest in the future Elevate election.
Well, not yeah. We have not engaged anybody who has interest in the LFA election. We have reached out to the Liberal Football Association and all other football stakeholders and other sporting disciplines as well. Russian and I were just talking the other day, and he's the president of Taekwondo, and I was telling him this is the team. We're reaching out to you to see how best you can support. And if they themselves want to see their own discipline developing and being highlighted, not just locally but internationally, they will look for the best ticket to support, and we're looking forward to them coming forward because we need support to be able to carry out our own campaign activities and also be able to win this process as well.
Okay, Farmer Kamara is the head of the integrity team. He's the presidential candidate going for the SWA election in a couple of days. If you're following us, you want to participate, call on 0770 202579. 0770-202579 is the number. This is the Truth Breakfast Show here on Truth 96.1 FM, and we have Vama Kamara this morning, the head of the integrity team going to the SWAT election. So if you want to make your point, okay, let me take the first caller here. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Maka. Good morning to Udi Rawat, and good morning to the ever-potent incoming president of the Sports Writers Association of Liberia, Mama Kamara. This is John the Thomas Kojo Rolla, sports reporter at Freedom FM, and award-winning Liberian sports journalist. I think Mama Kamara has said it all, that there's no need for us to panic. The integrated team is the best team to lead us through in terms of success, rebranding, decentralization, and developing more sports journalists. So I will urge my colleagues who are all sports journalists who have the legitimate voting right to go and vote the integrated team for a better sports writer association of Liberia. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Mac, and good morning to Bama Kamara.
Good morning.
Yeah, once again, I'm Philip. Please, I'm coming from my GV discipline of one resident.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, appreciate just this morning and Vermont, based on the name, the integrity team, follow you, follow Naomi, I follow Christopher, Chitarito Walker, and the team have a blessing, although I don't have a right to vote, but based on our connection to other sport, to other sport writers who have right to vote, the leg of O'Neill, Rabbi, they are going to support it fully. Trust me, there is public. O'Neill, Rabbi, going to talk about Arsenal issue.
Somebody pledging O'Neill support on your behalf. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. 0770-202579. I will just take at least two more calls because of time. 0770-202579 is the number. Vama Kamara is here, a veteran sports reporter in Liberia. Yes, running to be president of SWA. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I'm Enoba, and I call you from town.
Go ahead.
Yes, so I'm not really involved with sports, but I was touched by the liberation of Vama Kamara when it comes to integrity, especially when you talk about independent financing.
Okay.
I think we need such leadership in Liberia, wherein, institutions will, have their own resources from their own pockets, and then they will not be influenced by outsiders. So I think the guys are on the right footing, and I wish you good success.
Okay, thank you. Let me take the final one. Good morning. Okay, you can call back. Just slip off the line. I will take let me take this one. Will be the last one. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Go ahead. You are live on Truth FM. You're back. No, your man is back. We can't do that. Let me take this one. Good morning.
Richard, good morning, Maka. Let me say good morning to Maka. My name is Moses Wasoya. Along my sister Naomi is with him. I am with him.
But you're not getting voting right.
You have voting right?
No, I mean, I got voting right. You should not intimidate you, Obama. You get black, now you get black. You got friends in the sport, president.
You're not getting
Hey, yes, sir.
You're not getting voting right. Okay. The same with the speakership in the House of Representatives, right? We just talk and analyze. Yeah? Only the lawmaker then have a voting right.
Okay, yes, Vama, you listen to the callers.
I want to pick up Christopher Walker.
Okay, is he calling?
The vice president.
Yeah, let's see if we can get. Yeah, we can get Chris.
Yes, maybe Chris is serious campaigning. Okay, so Vama can go ahead.
Yes, Vama.
So thank you so much, and thanks for all the endorsements. And this is it. This is a challenge for us. We are thinking about after the elections now how we will be able to take SWAT to another level. It's not about individuals, but we need to see how best we can advance to another level internationally. If you're talking about sports journalists, we barely hear about sports journalists from Liberia, though few of our colleagues are doing very well, but there's a need for us to bring more people and be able to empower them to meet international standard. I want to say thank you so much to all of our supporters. This is a challenge for us, and we are very humble and appreciate your support. You can trust us. We will not make you shame. And those of you that call and said that you are endorsing us, speak to your colleagues. We are not complacent. There's an election, and we want to ensure that we win it, and we want to win it overwhelmingly. We need the vote of the people, majority as well. So we say thank you for the opportunity, and thanks for all of the support. I know Onu is supporting us. He's definitely going to talk to his constituency, and we'll get the support. So we say thanks to all of you, and we look forward to Saturday. Please come at Woki's Farm. This is the first time we're taking the elections outside of Monster or maybe Morovia, let me put it that way. So I want you to
that Woki Farm has another name.
It's US Farm.
Okay.
It's actually US Farm.
Okay.
So we're looking forward to seeing all of you. And just in case there's any issue, please contact us so we can help to resolve it in terms of getting your identifications, in terms of going or traveling there. If you are lost or maybe you can't find a place, please contact our team.
Because certain part of everyone, the network is lost.
But we are very grateful for this opportunity, and you can rest assured that we will deliver SWA.
Okay. Yes, the voice of Vaman Kamara right here. Best of luck in the election. And of course, we'll make our fair decision. Yes, we need a good leadership. Vaman Kamara, good luck to you. I want to wish you the best of luck. Keep your dreams alive.
Yes, we want to say Onu is supporting you.
Oh,
Onu, you have Onu's backing.
Now you can do the voting.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. On behalf of the TBS team one.
Okay.
Yes, Onu Ravos is supporting you.
Vama.
I didn't want to say it.
Okay. Oh, you don't want to say it. Yeah, but I want to wish this guy luck.
Yeah.
Yes, they both love football, love sports and business too much. Let's hope you win it. Anyway, let's go for our break. We'll come back. We'll bring on Moses Hinen, yes, from the U.S. Testing Center, yes, the University of Liberia Testing Center. Moses Hinen is coming up on the Breakfast Show. But let's bring you this one, the fastest moving network, have this big promotion for you, Orange Liberia. Check this out.
Whoa! Starting today, why not have a little more fun? Why not use money this easily? Starting today, why not have a little more fun? Why not use money this easily? not get even closer to family? Why not work how you've always wanted? Fun, money, family, work. No network keeps you connected to it all, quite like Orange. It's all about what matters to you. Orange. Starting today. Why not have a little more fun? Why not use money this easily? Why not get even closer to family? Why not work how you've always wanted? Fun, money, family, work. No network keeps you connected to it all, quite like Orange. It's all about what matters to you. Orange. Starting today. Why not have a little more fun? Why not use money this easily?
This station rules the nation. Truth FM 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia.
No need to protest. Don't protest on Inauguration Day, no. Say no to protest. At every campaign there. Look, Macklin runners that need to pick up this other advocacy. Say no to protest on Inauguration Day. Yeah. And so very shallow bring on Moses Hinen, UL Testing Center, University of Liberia. So much to talk about this morning. Why? The intro was postponed. These and many more. Moses Hinen, UL, University of Liberia. Coming up shortly on the breakfast show this morning. Good morning to my former friend Peter Ninswa. Hey, man. You see, the sport right there haven't gone to Kira's Bread yet. Someone said they're waiting for me on the Banners farm. Anyway, yes, we'll be at what Wookie's farm, man.
Yeah.
AKA the Euro
Euro
farm.
farm.
Yes, that's where the Sports Writer Association will come in to vote on Saturday. Yes, I've been to that farm once. Yes, just once. So at a certain point in time, the network can lose. Anyway, yes, this is the TBS right here on 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia, Truth FM. The song say, let's come together, let's move together as a people, as a country, regardless of which country you're from. Just have in mind, you are not a Sierra Leonean, you're not a Guinean, you're not a Nigerian. We are all Liberians. So let's think positive for our country. We have problems everywhere in the world. So we have gone with election. Election have come and gone. Those who have won have won. When we will have a peaceful inauguration. Say no to protests. What are you protesting for? Government now is still in charge. Anyway, we should be thinking about House civil servants, there are some ministries and autonomous agencies that are still owing them for months, 2, 3 months. They have not paid them. Let's be thinking about how we pay them, how the government will pay them, how this government will pay media institutions. The year is almost ending. Yes, anyway. Nice song, Tiwa Tiwa. I will never forget this song. This song brought me so close to the late Charles Bronson. I mean, peace to his ashes. Charles Walker Bronson, this Tiwa Tiwa song. He said he loves the music so much. I said, Council, this is not a basso music. And Bronson said, well, the song is good, regardless whether it's a basso music or not, but it speaks unified. How can we come together as a country and as a people? Yes, Tiwa Tiwa. Yes, the TBS 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. Let's move on to our last segment guest. Moses Heenan. Yes, he loved time so much, and he's been here since for the 5 minutes before he. Yeah. Look, I can enjoy Moses Heenan in the interview. That's so guess they see for my deal. Anyway, so Moses have been patiently waiting, and of course, it's great to have him on the last segment of the True Breakfast Show, the heart and soul of Liberia. That's what we always do when we have things of national interest. There's a lot of concern. Oh, the UL, why they postpone the entrance? Well, we have the head of testing center at the University of Liberia. Moses, good morning. Welcome to the Breakfast Show.
Good morning, O'Neill. A pleasure being here this morning.
How you doing this morning before we start this flight?
Well, I'm not too fine, suffering from cold, but we have to serve the nation and the University of Liberia. So I deemed it necessary now to put in an excuse when you needed me to be here.
Okay, that is great. How is the testing center, the University of Liberia?
We are doing our best to serve the University of Liberia. We are working for the Liberian people. The testing center is fine. We are expecting the test on the 30th of January. Prior to the 30th, those that will sit for the computer-based test for the undergraduate colleges will start on the 4th of January.
Okay, so we'll go to the time for, we'll go to a bit by bit, what is undergraduate, the graduate school, and all of that. The testing center, how is it normally the UL administers the entrance to the public? On one basis, the decision of the US, well, let's administer entrance to the public.
Well, every calendar year, the UL administers 2 entrances, the first entrance and the second entrance, to bring in students for every academic year. So candidates that sat for this entrance 2023 will be coming in the new academic year after this current academic year.
Okay, those who we're about to sit, the next semester they will be admitted.
Next academic year, precisely.
How is it like? How many students do you look forward to? Meaning to sign up, or do you have them admitted into the university?
Well, there is no special number that the university is looking for. The university prepares the test that is at the level of the Liberian students. So if you pass the test, irrespective of the number of candidates passing the test, we admit you at the University of Liberia. We don't say we want this number. Well, if more than that number is successful, then you will be denying them. So they will be denying the candidates. So we draw the test to a standard. And this is why people that specialize in mathematics, we have a team that draws the mathematics, that prepares the mathematics scripts, and then the English also, people that are battle tester, meaning that people with integrity that we have been, that were some of whom were our own professors when we were at the University of Liberia reading mathematics, and people from the English side that we trust, because this is a national test. When you talk about the University of Liberia test, you have to make people who have integrity to handle the test. And so these people draw the test. If you pass the test based on the university skill, and then you are allowed to be admitted at the University of Liberia. So candidates should not have the fear that maybe this is the number that they want.
Okay, not the exact number. Okay, so let's go on the skill level. What skill line should one have score in mathematics or English in order to pass the entrance?
Currently, it stands at least 50 in mathematics and at least 70 in English.
Score 50 in math or above, and then 70 in English.
Yes.
So,
Look at our site where we have the Kennedy's added numbers now. If you click pages, you will see a results category. The result category tells you that the successful to have a successful pass candidate, those candidates will be candidates that will score at least 50 in mathematics and at least 70 in English. So the candidates are already aware. Even the first entrance, we heard the same category. But the problem the candidates face is when they go at the site, they only take their exam numbers.
okay.
They don't read through the pages. We have a lot of pages. You have the introduction, the result category, the summary, undergraduate, graduate, and professional school, table 1, all the way to table 6, and you have graduate programs. All these tables give you information. They tell you how many candidates registered now. Okay, what is the skill? What is the school that you must have be successful?
Okay, great. So, in this case, if one's because I'm asking generally for those who have the concern, maybe the passing in English and dropping math. Is it compulsory? You make a successful pass in the both mathematics and English.
It is compulsory that you have 50, none less than 50 in mathematics and none less than 70 in English. Even if you have 69 in English and 50 in math, you are not successful. Whether you have 100 in mathematics, but you have 65.
So no probation. Maybe the student could enroll in for that semester and just repeat the course. Huh?
There is no probation anymore. You find out that
before then, at University of Liberia used to have probation. You pass one, you fail one. I mean, you do a remainder for the whole semester.
Yes, but currently as we speak, there is no probation. That is, the administration will address that one. I'm not responding to administrative questions, but this is the standard that the University of Liberia Faculty Senate.
Okay. The standard.
Student at the University of Liberia, you must have at least 50 in mathematics and at least 70 in English.
Okay, great. So why postpone? Why do you postpone this entrance? I mean, there was a huge concern. Some didn't follow up. Well, some of us received calls. Well, we're hearing that the state-run university have postponed the entrance to next year. Any specific reasons?
Precisely. Simple reason. The test you have been administered on the 2nd of December. The deadline registration ran from October 23 to November 25. Deadline was the 25th of November. Candidates waited after the deadline. They still wanted to register going on the campuses. The testing center told them no, because the testing center does not have authority on her own to make decision as to whether I should continue registration. Because you make a budget, you pass over to administration. So once the deadline elapses, once you pass it, you go beyond the deadline, you keep registering, you will be held responsible by administration. So we kept our ground and we told the candidates, no, registration is over. But then the university authority deemed it necessary to create room for those candidates that still want to make use of the free tuition program at the University of Liberia. People are rushing to set the UR entrance. So administration appealed to the testing committee because there's change of command. The testing center is directly under the testing committee, and the testing committee reports to the university authority. So we went to a meeting, and since administration said we should give room for candidates that were not able to register within the registration period, we should create room for them. And so we decided to open the room for more people to come in that are desirous of setting the entrance. And so that's the reason for which the test was not administered on the 2nd of December as was scheduled.
Okay, great. So Charlotte will be joined by Thomas Kai, also part of the UL's testing center. Right here, this was a breakfast show. We'll intend to make this more interactive with our callers today. But all of the questions, when we get the lines activated, should be directly with surrounding the testing center. Yes. So if you place in your calls, that should be directly straight restricted to the testing center. Yes. So let's move on. Let me see if I can have Thomas welcome this morning. Good morning, Thomas. How you doing this morning?
Hello?
Yeah, you live. I'm hearing you. Good morning, Thomas. You okay?
I wasn't hearing you. My headphone is cracking a bit. Yeah, I'm happy to be in your studio, and it's a great pleasure to be with my senior brother, the head of our Center for Testing and Evaluation, Prof. Henny. I joined a couple of minutes late, but I'm sure he has already laid the basis for the postponement and the rationale for extending into the next year. So I would just like to say there are a lot of processes at the University of Liberia. Entrance is one of them, and what people often miss is that entrance is just one of many layers for those who are desirous of entering the University of Liberia. So we know this is an important first step, but after this, you have several other requirements to meet before you enter. So it was not a big issue to do the postponement, especially when administration saw a fit to shift from the December 2nd date to a time that will allow more people to participate in the process. And I don't know whether he mentioned the issue about the law school. The law
No, we have not reached there. So, okay, yes, okay, okay. The law school. Go ahead.
late, and there are people who needed to make decision whether to sit for the second entrance or not. And you can only do that if you see the result and then you prepare. So the result came a few days to when the paper-based test was scheduled, and this wrote in digital text for the graduate and professional school. People must have time to prepare for it. So there was not enough time for those who saw the law school result. And so it was just fair to shift a bit and then give everyone an opportunity to be a part of it.
Okay, so this entry that was postponed, did it affect the undergraduate? Okay, undergraduate. What about the graduate school? And any news for the graduate school, the Docliati, the medicines college, and all of that?
Profina will speak more to that. I think they want to make change this that the medical school usually get their target number after the first entrance. So that school usually they do not give the entrance in the second round. So unless in specific cases where they still need to meet a target number, then we can do it. But for now, we focus on other graduate and professional school and not the medical school.
Okay, so all is done and dusted for official date you want to announce to the public. Out of you, Thomas or Mr. Hina, you can announce that folks who have registered for the entrance or is now set for January.
Yes, okay. So the undergraduate computer-based test will be administered from the 4th of January to the 6th of January 2016. And then we'll have the examiners and portals workshop on the 10th of January 2024, on Wednesday, January 10th, 2024. And then the undergraduate paper-based tests will be January 13th. But we put in the law school aptitude test from the 8th to the 10th, meaning that the day the law school test will be any, there will also be a workshop. The last day of law school test, there will be not many candidates that will be writing the test. And so we will have room for the teachers' workshop on that same day, Wednesday on the 10th. And then the graduate schools, that is the master's program, where you do business administration, those that are going to IBB, their aptitude test will begin from the 15th and they will run up to Wednesday the 17th. And then on the 18th, if you miss your law school aptitude test, because you will be tested or call, the testing center will place a call to you, giving you the date on which you are assigned. Or if you don't pick up, and then we'll send you a message. So if you still miss the time, then on January 18th, Thursday, all of the graduate school candidates and the law school candidates who miss their scheduled dates will combine to make room, will combine them on that day to administer their test. So as stated earlier, the undergraduate test will be administered, the undergraduate paper-based test will be administered on January 13th. But those that want to do the test on computer.
What's the difference between from I keep hearing you say the paper based and the computer test? Well, yes, specify it.
It's booklet in my hand. They put the booklet in front of you. You open the booklet. You solve the math problem at the back of the sheet. You go on your answer sheet. You share. That's paper based. Computer based. You sit in front of desktop computer on Fendel campus, and then when you solve, you are given a plain sheet. You solve the mathematics problem.
And cycle the answer.
And you click. It means you only have sheet to solve, but the choosing of the correct option is on the computer. You click there. When you finish, you submit your work. The computer will grade you automatically.
Right after it.
Tell you in mathematics, you score 80 or you score 50 or you score 25.
Thomas, is it an option that those who signing up for the entrance won't have to choose to do the paper base or the computer? Which one they are signing up more for?
Right now, we know computer literacy, in spite of the fact that we're living in the digital era, is still low. So people confidence level is high when they deal with the paper-based test. And also this is new in our system. Not so new because we've tried for about 2 years now. But most of the candidates are opting for the paper-based test. And but the interesting thing is we see a lot of overlaps. Those who are attempting, because the computer test comes before the paper-based test, and is something you do on a rolling basis. As you register, you earn the right to sit, and that is a way that people are testing themselves before they can hit their actual mark in the paper-based test. A lot of people are surprised. Why is it the success rate in the U.S. entrance keeps increasing? People now have the option to sit once, twice for the computer-based test. And if you are not successful, you go and sit the last test, which will be the paper-based test. Imagine doing the same thing 3-4 times.
Do you have an effective computer-based? Effective system. You won't have the students sitting for a very long time. Computer have to boot and all of that. You have an effective system?
Of course, we have some of the best computer labs in the country on our Fender campus. And we are trying to expand the facility to other campuses. And if we look at the plan for the current testing committee, is to get to a point where we have tests not being a major event in our calendar, but one that people can just register, go and sit in the lab, keep your result, and start processing your document for admission. So that is where we want to get. And once we get to that point, people will just do the test on a rolling basis, and gradually we will move away from this paper-based test, which comes with a lot of cost. So it's more efficient to do
a lot of cost. You gotta have your instructor marking the papers. Whereas the computer will just mark you right after you go through.
Yes, you have to move the physical test across the country. We have decentralized our process, and you have to get proctors there. And after that, we have to secure the test before it gets to those locations. And then after that, bring them back, get a machine that will pass all the slot through, get a mark. But for the paper-based test, you see your provisional score immediately after you take the test. You have no one to blame. You know what the benchmarks will be before you go into the test. And after you take your computer-based test, you see your performance immediately.
The computer-based test cut across not only the undergraduate. It's the same thing apply with the medical school, the graduate school.
Graduate and professional schools, they are all computer-based now. We have graduated
100%.
Yeah, from paper-based. And that saves some money for the University of Liberia, thanks to the hard work of our people here from CTE, Center for Testing and Evaluation, and the very, very powerful testing committee. So, as I say, in few years from now, we will be moving away from the paper-based test altogether. I think a lot of students are catching up. It's just that people like to hedge the bets more on the paper-based test now because it's still the best path towards. And some of the people who will do that are those who have already tried the rolling digital process.
Maybe just as the first step, Mr. Hino or Thomas. Someone have just graduated from high school. Unlike for someone who have got a bachelor degree already, will now want to take time going through the paper base or just go to the computer base.
Yes, this is why you have an auction during registration period. The registration is 100% online. You go to the phone, you are asked, how do you want to take your test? You have A, paper-based, B, computer-based. So you click computer-based if you want to do the test on computer. If you don't trust your ability in computer, you choose paper-based.
Okay, you don't trust your ability, choose the paper base. Folks, this is the True Breakfast Show 96.1. The hand and soul of Liberia. Let's flip the lines activated for you. Let's ask question directly to the testing center exclusively. Yes, 0770-153-265. Call you be live on the last segment of the breakfast show this morning. 0770-153-265. You can ask all of your questions you want to ask. Let's hear from you this morning. Again, 0770-153-265. Call will put you live on air this morning. Let's pick our very first caller on the line. Please move away from your monitor as you call. Morning.
This man has done extremely well at that place today. That place has been transformed. You cannot hear too many noise associated with the test evaluation center. So that people of the caliber of people are serving at the extent of the serving at the test evaluation center.
Okay.
So once again, I'd like to say close to Champion Union for the job well done and to his team of professionals.
All right.
Yeah, for being very proactive.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's pick more calls up. Let's see this call on the line. Move away from your monitor. 0770-152. Please don't hold the line. Yes. I'm trying to put this person on. Don't hold. Thank you. We appreciate 0770-153-265. This caller. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning. Tell me your line though.
Yes, I don't know what's going on, but I just want to ask one question. But before I ask the question, what is really make a follow-up question to what you asked him when we are told that they have certain number of the target when they are doing defense, and so that is based on evaluation globally. Every institution do that. I think it should be something that is sincere about because it will give Liberian students a clear indication that they have to be studious before writing the test. But we just give it open and say we're not targeting any some people.
Oh, okay, you are saying that the university should come and say we need this amount of students. They'll be admitted.
Yes. They have to tell us. You know, the target, for instance, there are certain GPA you have to read before there are certain number of people that.
No, the line is. Yeah, I mean your line is so terrible. Sorry. Let's speak to Amara Fofana. Amara, morning.
Good morning to you.
Morning.
Good morning to the distinguished studio guests. Well, my name is Amara Fofana. Are you from Ghana? We are interested in also emphasis on the extension when it comes to the registration. I'm told because in front of Kennedy, which is also laudable, Liberians are creating more interest in getting educated, whether be it the first or second degree or the law school. So the extension, because the opinion said that because in front of Kennedy, from graduates, undergraduates, and law school, so the authority deemed it necessary to ask for extension. But they have not touched the issue of extension when it comes to registration of candidates.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Registration. What are the registrations still continuing right there? 07. Please, will you call? Please move away from your monitor. Morning.
Good
Morning.
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 Let me say good morning to your studio guest. This is voice of Eric that supporting on HPT, also right on. Let me appreciate your studio guest for getting in American Center and for their information provided on this morning. But I have this concerning issue, and it has to do with the entrance team. I thought just a whole my little brother did the entrance and he made a conditional pass. The internet university, 22 courses are required by the university, and he made a pass. Up to now, they haven't called him for a official letter because he had been receiving call from the office that he made a pass. But up to now, they haven't called him for a letter. He's been sitting there for the last 6 months. I don't know how they intend to solve that problem. Actually, they're running after him up to today. They are not receiving.
He made a successful pass in the both subjects.
In the both subjects, yes, he made a successful pass in the both subjects.
Okay.
He went to school and did the math and English. He made a successful pass. Up to now, he's going another barrier. Let to the update that.
So you have not got the admission letter. You made the admission letter. That's what you're talking about.
Yes.
Okay. They'll respond to that. Thank you. Thank you, Eric. They'll respond to that. Let's get more calls up. 0770-153-265. This is the Breakfast Show. My name is O'Neill. Good morning. Morning. Okay. So I'll let you go. Don't hold the line. Yes. Yes. The phone line is actually jamming. It gives me a tough time to even pick up. Good morning. No. So I think I'll have to announce an alternative number. Yes. Also do it on 0777-4050-17. Yes. Morning. Morning. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want for your studio guys to please clarify something for me. I took your entry, they go August 5th, but since that time I told you I've been finding way to check my result. No way, I'm not ready.
Okay. All right. Since August 5, yeah, you saw the entrance. Yes, go ahead and speak your morning.
Yeah, good morning to your studio guys. I just want to ask, man, if I'm commencing for it.
Yeah, you want to tell us where you're calling from? Yes, we appreciate that.
I'm calling from Zumfa, Zumfa, in the Kizikam area. And I just want to ask you, is that you still have the privilege to register for the entrance?
Okay, what the registration is still going on? Okay, undergraduate. All right. Okay. Thank you. Yes, you answer all of that. Taking all of the points down. Good morning, Saki Sember. Morning.
Yeah, good morning. Thank you very much, O'Neill, and thank you for the studio guest for the analysis. I just want to find out what are some things that they've been doing because we are the entrance 2 years back. We try to get our results. No way, they so much check, and the way all of us just put this one time.
Hold on. When was it? I mean, people keep saying we that started our entrance. Which year was that?
Saturday entrance just rolled out. I'm able to access the result and stuff. And then one time again, the overtime again, we got to go to entrance in no way. So I don't know how to.
When you said no way, what you mean now? When you said no way, what do you mean?
To get a result, like, you pass or you not pass or something like that. How would you know, like, pass? Well, you can put it in one time and check it, pass just go up. So we can see a newspaper again. I don't know how to do it.
Okay.
No,
don't say that. These are professional people in there. Yes, so we're trying to find a remedy to it. This is why I brought it on the show. Yes. Let's see if I can pick another call on the line. Go back to the caller. Good morning. Morning. Mo-
I want to ask questions as to whether the fees for the digital entry and the manual is 15. Two, I observed something like he said, you don't have specific number of students. Sometimes the instructors, students who register, you got 25,000 students, and you know that the university can take 5,000. Now, this is not a justice to people. And now, this the undergraduate program. You graduate from the undergraduate school, and you want to grad entry again for the master. So, for me, I don't understand if you qualify the man to be a bachelor degree holder in economics, then the man want to do master in economics, you grad entry again. So, I don't know.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Let's hold on. Let's sit back and listen up. I mean, the calls have been coming back and forth. So, Thomas, Mr. Hannah, you can respond to some of the calls, and I'll come back and pick more calls.
Okay, thank you very much. One of the first questions was about the number of candidates that we want. I said it from the beginning that we don't have specific number of candidates. You sit for the entrance. If you sit for undergraduate entrance, you should score at least 50 in mathematics and at least 70 in English. Whether 25,000 person pass, the only thing we will do is we will post up to entrance until we absorb all the people. This is why we don't have a fixed number. If we tell you 15 persons should register for the entrance, we still have to set the deadline. What if we say 15? When 15, while you are at the bank, maybe more than 15 persons will already pay in your account. This is why we only tell you register from this period to this period. And this is the grade you should score. So we should not worry ourselves why we don't tell you how many students you want. What you should worry about is score the grade that we want. Score just 50. If I were you, I would just score 52 in math and score maybe 70, 71 in English. I already finished with whether they want plenty people or not. Okay. And two, somebody talk about the registration period. Initially, the registration ran from October 25 to October 23 to November 25. And the test was scheduled December 2. Since the test is postponed, the new entrance registration officially started December 4, and it will run to December 16. That is administration time there. We are the testing center, because some people that deadline, the 16 will come. They will still be saying, I paid my money, I didn't get in the system closed. Because when we program in the system, it is not human being controlling it. We told the system, one administration said on the 16th, on the 15th, 11:59, that system will close. And many people will be crying again. So we at the center, in our wisdom, we extended that time to December 23. The official deadline is the 16th. But since people will be backing again, still want this Liberian way of backing, we say, okay, we told the computer close at 11:59 p.m. on the 23rd of December. If you miss that one, forget it. And once that time is over, don't pay money again, because when you pay money, you will not refund your money. And then the question was delay in admission letter. This is Center for Testing and Evaluation. It's not admission office. The testing center does not admit people at the University of Liberia. Our only focus is to administer tests to you based on administration requests.
Okay.
Questions should be read.
Okay, for the admittance letter, right?
Letter.
Admission letter.
Not gotten your admission letter.
Yeah, I'll speak to that.
Okay. And then we have this information about test region. Let me put it in before I continue with answering the questions. The test will be administered in 7 different cities: Buchanan, Ganta, Monserrato, where we are, St. J, Tottenham, Vangeman, and Zwedru. This is why if you are in Maryland, you don't have to pay your car, pay to kind of Moria to save for test. Just choose Zwedru in the form that you want to take your test in red room, we'll carry the test in red room. As we speak, about 75% register for the test in red room. Some people coming from Sino, the choosing red room, coming from Roerts, choosing red room, and so forth. So you are now forced to count on Monserrato. In Monserrato, before the deadline, we already have 7,040% that registered for Monserrato alone. Okay. So we have somebody said, how do I get my first entry results? Since I took over the testing center from 2019, all the tests that were administered during my administration, the results are available on the testing center webpage. Where you go to get your exam numbers, you will get the results from 2019 to 2022. All the results are there. Somebody saying maybe that special people they want to know. If it was something to try, we say call your name, your ID number. I would call your school, but then you don't want the world to hear your school. But the schools are there as I'm speaking. Check there. The result will be there as long as the world will exist. Nobody will take the results from there. First entrance 2023, the results are still there also.
How do they, what do they search? Maybe probably that's the problem. What do they go to see these results? Some say get the newspaper, there's a website or all of that.
Go to the University of Lab. When you have Facebook, log on your own Facebook page and click, and type University of Labrador capital U, capital L. It takes you to your official Facebook page. When you get there, just look at your releases first entry results. Click, go to, don't mind the analysis that Thomas Kaya did there, how many person passed. It's not your focus. You go to the link. When you click the link, it takes you to the result. Tap your ID number. Don't tap your name, because if you fail, your name is not disclosed. Only your scores are there. We want to hide from the people who score 25, who score 15 in English. But if you pass, your name will be there. So the best thing is use your exam number. Again, what if I forgot my exam number? That same page that the link will take you to, it has entrance exam numbers for first entrance 2023. Click that one. You type your name in the search engine. That search engine will tell you this was your exam number for 2023 first entrance. You take that exam number and take that exam number to the results for 2023. You tell the exam number, you see your information. Do that for any of the tests that was administered during my administration from 2019 to present.
Okay, yeah. Thanks, Edie. You can also access that platform, a very, very effective platform. You can access it through the University of Liberia official website. Which is, I think, easier to remember, ul.edu.lr. Simple address, ul.edu.lr. Once you get on the page, you will see a barcode, QR code, rather. You can just click it or scan it, and then it will take you to that platform. While you are there, you can find whatever you need, whether it's your entrance ID, if you want to search results from the past, the current result, whatever you want, the link is there. You just check. There are people who have been working our lands at your relations. They have done the registration for the entrance, but they have not seen the entrance ID. You also get it from that platform. And then to answer the question of someone who said they completed the process, but they are still waiting admission letter, and another person said the admission process is taking too long. We just issue two important announcements. We put our release before the weekend. The admission process is on. It started on the 4th of December. It will continue up to February 24th. It covers undergraduate as well as our graduate and professional schools. So you can please follow our announcements. They are on the UL website. It's also on our Facebook page and other social media platforms. This is for those who are doing admission, those who are doing readmission, and including transfer students. An important point here is that after this cycle of intake, we are not going to be dealing with quote unquote provisional students. So those who are in our category have been told by the admission office that this is the only window they have to enter, because I guess Director Hina has already mentioned from 2023 onward, we only take black or white. Either you pass or you fail. There's no middle way. You score the benchmark, you are accepted. If not, you try another time. So for those who have been on that provisional student status, this is the only time for you to do your admission. Otherwise, you lose the opportunity. And this admission is covering everyone, including the fellow who just said he took a test 5th of August, he passed, he's waiting. You can take advantage of the current admission process, but you are not going to enter in the semester that will be beginning early next year. The semester will be the second semester of the current school year. So those who will be entering the school are those who already went through the admission process for this semester, but they didn't enter and their letters were processed, but for some reason they did not start. So they will be allowed to enter the University of Liberia. For those who took the test August 5 and those who will be taking the next one, they will enter in the first semester of the next school year, which will be sometime 2024, past the halfway mark of 2024. But we want to do the admission early, so we get the process, because on my way here, I just spoke with the head of our Office of Enrollment Services, informed that we have around 5,000 to 6,000 candidates in that category who are awaiting admission, and that includes those who just passed the first test.
You can accommodate all of them.
We know our absorption capacity. This is the reason why when I said the medical school is not giving tests the second term, they think they have reached their absorption capacity.
What about the graduate school?
We have many programs on the graduate school, so graduate and professional school.
Is the registration still open up for graduate school as well?
It's open for everyone except for the school I mentioned, the medical school.
Okay.
So from the point we made the announcement up to the 16th of December, that's the cutoff point, and the director just announced that the electronic system will remain active until the 23rd, just for the last minute people who will make the payment who don't want issue. But the official closing point is the 16th of December. But the important thing is we should not think that the admission is going to slow you down. I think the misunderstanding is that once you pass the test, you want to enter. No. You have 2 terms to try. First semester of the school year after you take your test, and the next first semester. So those who are sitting the test now, which will be sometime in January, will have to wait for the first semester in the 2023-2024 school year. This current school year is going to end in the semester that we are going to begin next year. So that's an important information for those who are taking the test. Once you make your mark, you just wait for first semester and start. But don't forget, for those who have already passed the test on the 5th of August, those who took that test and passed, your admission process can begin now. But process, we start getting your admission letter ready. So by the time we get to the first semester of the next school year, everything is already in place.
Okay, yes. It's 10 o'clock already. As we close up, let's take parting comments from you, Thomas. We'll do this another time. Then Mr. Mosahina can close it up.
Well, we know that the University of Liberia is the biggest public university in the country. We have a lot of things happening there, different processes. So people should trust the administrators there. We are in the best interest of the public. So if there are issues with the entrance you don't understand, just reach out to our your relations office. We provide information where we connect you to the relevant administrators, and just stay away from speculations and all other issues. For admission, we always have pressure on our admission office because we have to change the system to serve you better. So because of that, we have few issues to clear. We have some backlogs. So the more we do this, the more we get to clear the system. So luckily, we have admission process starting very early this time. So we will be able to solve all the issues before we get to the first semester in the next school year. So keep trusting the system, and we are here to serve you.
Yes, Mr. Mosahina, as you close up.
All right, let me close up by beginning with the examiners and protest workshop that is scheduled for Wednesday, January 10th. At 11 a.m. on Fennel campus, the workshop will begin. It will run up to 1 o'clock. And then 3 o'clock on Capitol Hill campus, the workshop will begin on Capitol Hill campus. We experienced that most of the candidates who sat the 2023 honor graduate entering the Zen paper base. Most of them did not know how to share. The reason is that the registration is now 100% online. So before, when we were doing the registration face to face, we were teaching the candidates how to share. So our hope is only resting on the examiners and proctors. Most of them did not do well. So 593 candidates failed the test because they did not know how to share their Zen numbers. And we have been having workshop teaching the examiners and proctors. So my candidates input in place is if your class did not know how to share, if many people came from your class, many candidates failed because they could not share. We are going to replace you during the workshop. From the workshop, people who would do well, that then will take your place, even if you attend the workshop. But we have to prevent candidates from failing tests because of not knowing how to share. This is why administration invest in the workshop. So we are appealing to the proctors and examiners to put in time, make sure you attend the workshop and you listen to us how to share, so our brothers and sisters will not be failing LU entrance. We encourage you to do your registration. Registration was in progress up to the 16th. We gave you breathing space up to the 23rd. And do not go back after the 23rd to appeal. Liberia has to catch up with the other countries. This is technology now. If we say this is the time, follow it. Liberia is not different from the other countries. What we learn in other countries, we are back home. Liberian government spend money on us. What we saw is what we're doing. We are taking the country into Liberia. We're taking America to Liberia. We're taking China. Some of us were in Shanghai, that beautiful city. I told somebody before that when your pa took pay, they cut taxes from there. That money they were cutting from your taxes were paying Moses in a school fee in Shanghai. So the money that they cut from your pa, let me do the work for it. The good things I learned, let me be having the opportunity to demonstrate them in Liberia. So thank you very much. We encourage our people to register for the test.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. This is how I go home this morning. The voices of Moses Hinan, Thomas Kai, closing us up on the Thursday edition of the True Breakfast Show. I've been yourself in your breakfast since 7:30 this morning. I'll be back on Monday. I'm taking my weekend break off on the True Breakfast Show. I'll be back on Monday, hopefully. On behalf of the entire team, Ato Butler, and of course, Maka Davis. My name is Oni Roberts. Thanks to the folks from the University of Liberia. Yes, have a good day. The team will be on Friday. Augustine, that of course will be on the Friday edition of the True Breakfast Show. I'll be back on Monday. Until then, have a blessed day. Bye-bye.